Hello everyone, my name is Nathan, and today it's time to dive into Galacticare, a game all about building and running a hospital in space. We are starting our journey with 2 Medibots, 100,000 credits, and a nice little space to build our hospital in. Right here are the shuttle docks where the patients are gonna trickle in, and on the opposite side we have a shuttle bay that we're gonna be using to treat some giant space creatures. But without any further ado, let's get this started and we're gonna dive into the rooms. What do we need to run a successful hospital? Well, first of all, a diagnosis room, but then also a reception area. Considering the patients are gonna be coming in here, I would like to make this a nice little waiting and reception area, and then maybe here we're gonna have the first diagnosis room. If we go ahead and click the room, we can already see the minimum size is 3 by 3, so something along these lines, but I would like to make it a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna have my door right here on the right side. Next up, we need to place everything that belongs to the room, such as the diagnosis desk, but there's also gonna be a screen that I'm gonna place, let me see, right there. Currently we have no upgrades that we could put into the room, but we certainly do have some decorations, and I'm gonna go for one of these cabinets. In order to rotate stuff, we're gonna place that right here, and then we're gonna need 2 more decorations. There are also decals, all kinds of props, and of course stuff that we can unlock. But I want to go with a simple thing for each room, and we're gonna expand on that. So I'm gonna have my cabinet, then 1 plant, but we're also gonna have a window right over here. Now let's see, I would like this to be a window, so if we place that right here, we should be fine. And with that out of the way, we have done everything we can do for this room, and we're gonna confirm the placement. If we now unpause, it's gonna be slowly built. However, we still need someone to work here. This is where the recruitment tab comes into play. Right here we can see we're looking for a specialist for the diagnosis, and we can also see some of these guys are just level 1 and they can be taught and upgraded by me, or they're already starting with a skill such as the diagnosis guy here. Looks like this species here doesn't have nutrition need, which is great. Also a fast learner, however increased damage to treatment rooms. I think we can take that, we can always repair them. So we're gonna go ahead and hire this guy for 1,500 credits and place him right into the diagnosis room. Now since I want my doctors to be specialized, oh man, this guy looks absolutely amazing. But I'm gonna go ahead, click this room, and I'm actually gonna lock this doctor to this room. Now if he takes a break, that means the room isn't gonna be occupied for a short while. In the future, we're gonna need multiple diagnosis rooms either way, so there's gonna be another one right next to it, so I'm assuming one of them is always gonna be running. Right now, I'm more interested in a reception, so we're gonna place a reception area maybe right there. I'm gonna leave a little bit of room right next to it in order to have some decorations, so let's just get some plants here and there. Also for the waiting room, very important, some vending machines. There's gonna be one for the drinks and then one for the food right there. I also would like to see a trash can. For now, I think I'm just gonna place this here. Let's see if the people can actually reach it. Then maybe on the other side right here, we're gonna have a bunch of toilets. Let me actually place them right here. I'm just gonna do 2 for now. Have some nice flowers next to these guys as well. And then let's get to the benches. Definitely want 2 benches right here, also with flowers next to it. Then maybe in the center here, I'm gonna have some of these bench islands decorated with flowers, and one more here and there. This should be a good amount of sitting opportunities. Gonna add some nice plants here. Maybe a rock would be nice. Where are the rocks? There are also curious decorations depending on the alien species. Some of them want to see different types of decoration. So I think what I'm gonna do is have this kind of as a divider wall, and maybe it would be good to just move this slightly over, which by the way is an awesome feature. You can just move rooms and everything for free. Yeah, something like this. And right here we're gonna also have an open sign. Wonderful. The reception is managed with robots, so that doesn't require any staff. And before we start to build all of the treatment rooms, maybe we first diagnose a couple of patients so we know what we actually need to build first. So without any further ado, let's open the hospital. Once opened, it cannot be closed again. Of course we want to open. Oh, here we go. There are our first patients. Looks like they are coming with maybe skin conditions, or there could be a psychological problem. Let's find out. First of all, they're gonna come to the reception and they're gonna be checked in for diagnosis. Now, already we can see some patients are not happy with the decoration and they're always gonna tell us what's wrong. So we're lacking ordinary decorations such as plants. Maybe we can add one here. Let me see. Just do one here and there. And that should technically get rid of that complaint. Actually, maybe a rock or two would be nice here as well, honestly. I'm also gonna have some more rocks right there and there. I wonder if we can change the flooring tiles eventually. Now, the more people check in, the more we have in our queue here. One is now already waiting, but we can see the diagnosis of the first patient here is now ongoing. And oh my gosh, I'm just so fond of everything that's going on in this game. It just reminds me of Evil Genius or Dungeon Keeper, just in terms of cuteness and animations. Gotta love it. Either way, now we can see what we need for our first patient right here. This is a dreamarium. So it is a psychological problem that we have. And this is why I didn't build all of the rooms at once. We want to go with a dreamarium. Now, I probably didn't unlock all of the rooms just yet. I went through a couple of the scenarios in order to do the unlocking, but I think there are going to be even more rooms later down the road. For now, we're going to make a 3x4 chamber with the door right here and the dreamarium right there. And as per usual, we're going to add our cabinet. We're going to add a small plant. Actually, I'm going to move the door over right here. This way I have some nice space for the plant and also a window that's going to go here. Confirm that room. And all we need now is a doctor to work in here. So let's check the recruitment. Either we go with a beginner or somebody who already knows their stuff. I'm not really happy with the recruits. I'm just gonna recheck them all and then wait for a couple of other candidates. Mary has a 2% chance of killing patients. Energy need reduced. I think I'm gonna go with Midden Lima right here. We're gonna hire her and put her directly into the chamber. Right now, of course, the roaming species around here are not happy with the decorations, but that will change in the future. Maybe we should put the room a little bit closer to the entire hospital so they don't roam around. But here we go. The first treatment is going on. I don't even know what's happening. We have our doctor right here. No, that's the patient. The doctor is over here. And it looks like she's longing for an upgrade to this room. But we will take care of that eventually. And here we go. Another happy patient, another one waiting. Maybe we should have a waiting bench here as well. So I'm just going to allow the people to stay here. Maybe give them some decorations. A bunch of exotic plants here. Yeah, that should be fine. Every now and then we're getting visitors or calls that give us tasks, such as this one, the bone zone. This is just somebody that wants the data from our boning chamber. And we're gonna be rewarded handsomely. So we're gonna accept that mission. Now, before I forget, we might want to go ahead and put in a staff lounge, maybe also a training room and research lab. But the lounge is gonna be more important in the beginning, so my staff can actually relax. 3x3 is the minimum. I think I'm just gonna expand it all the way to here, have my door there. And this room is gonna be moved eventually over there. For now, I'm just gonna have one of these lava lamp pits, then maybe a sofa here and there. Definitely a cabinet, and then maybe various decorations. There's going to be a special decoration and naturally also a couple of plants. That should do the trick, confirm that, and so my staff can now relax if they want to. And here we have our first patient that requires the boning chamber. So let's go for that. Boning chamber requires 4x4. We're gonna make it slightly larger this way. At the door right there, have our boning chamber right here. Then I want my cabinet. I also want my plants. This is just gonna be my standard decorations so I can get the rooms done quickly, but later on we might change a couple of things. And I wonder, maybe I'm gonna turn this around slightly. I could even put it here and then have some plants in the background. I kind of like the idea. 2 plants like so. Wonderful. That is the boning chamber done. If we want to, we can just copy this over depending on how many patients we actually have. Looks like we just had a train accident, and in a short while, many people with bone fractures are gonna come in. Let's make sure we recruit someone who's capable. I think I'm gonna go with Amy Jeb here, level 2 in boning chamber. She's got low appetite and also a bit thick, so she's not gonna be learning as quickly, but that's fine. I'm gonna hire her for the first boning chamber. Let's also make sure we actually lock in people, and then that means Amy should be locked to the boning chamber. And there is one of the galactic creatures, the large ones. This one here actually works as a vendor. There are always some items we can get for free, such as these room upgrades. This one increases the room durability, and the other one judges every action a doctor takes like a disappointed parent, increasing the experience gain. So I'm actually gonna grab this and check it out. Is there something else we want? Maybe not right now, at least not for these prices. So we're gonna check that out and we get our free room upgrades that I'm gonna place right here because the doctor in here would actually fancy this room upgrade. I'm gonna put this back here in the corner like so, and our doctor's complaints should be gone for now. And there it is, the boning chamber. I mean, just come on. These animations are just absolutely hilarious. Let's have a look at that again. It's gonna be gobbled up. I just love it. I could watch this for hours. Now, if we have a look at the boning chamber, we can see there are already 3 in queue. We could think about actually building 2 boning chambers. The diagnosis chamber also has 3 in queue. So in preparation for the future, I think I'm already gonna do that. We're gonna copy over this room right here. Yeah, that should work out. So copy that in here. That's good. I'm also gonna copy the boning chamber since we had this accident. Have you right there. Okay. And then we need to hire 2 more people. I think I'm gonna go with David here for the diagnosis chamber. And then Lanny Richmond here is ignorant. Reduced research generated. Okay, I can live with that. He's gonna be working in the boning chamber. Wonderful. Now we should be able to treat the patients very quickly and there are not going to be any endless queues. I'm also going to have some more benches for people to sit on, as well as some nice plants. Wonderful. Every now and then we encounter these small creatures, so when you have nothing to do, you can look out for them in order to collect some credits and other currencies. Looks like we need our first laser surgery, and I believe I already have an expert for this in our consultant. So over time you unlock more and more consultants as you play through the campaign, but we can engage Twiggy Pop here, for instance, that I unlocked. I'm just gonna put her there, and I'm also gonna build a laser surgery 3x3 as well. So we're gonna make it spacious this way, have our door on this side with the chamber. Now let me see, there's gonna be the doctor here and the patient in the back. So I'm gonna put it like so. We're gonna have our cabinet here as well as the window. And then I think I'm gonna put some plants here in the back. Now, if we click this, we can assign a doctor. It's gonna be Twiggy. And I'm also gonna lock her to the room. And we can already see the first patient here is being treated. Yeah, I gotta say, this has to be a successful treatment. And with the first task completed, we get our rewards. Now, as long as we don't really have large queues going on, I don't think we need to expand that heavily. So I'm just gonna go with the flow and expand the hospital as needed. At this point, I can also probably speed up the game. No, we got a meteor strike incoming. Yeah, that's what I thought. We now have a damaged room, and this is where the medibots are coming in. They're getting over there and fixing it as quickly as possible. We got another task incoming. There was also the vendor that gave me another room upgrade, and I think I'm gonna go for the first boning chamber here, upgrading the experience gains there as well. We also need another type of treatment chamber, the skin lab. So I'm gonna go ahead and build that right here. It's 3x4. So if we make this size, should be good. 4x4. Could have my door here. Then we need 2 machines, the treatment tank as well as the mixing console. Let me move that over so we have the space for some plants in between. Have this here together with a window, of course. And then finally the cabinet. That should be good for this chamber. And I'm actually going to hire my next consultant for this that I unlocked in another mission to work in this chamber. Here we go. The patients have arrived. Now we want to treat these guys as quickly as possible. They should all go in the Drimarium. So maybe it is wise to add another Drimarium. And I think for that, I'm going to unlock the next zone here for 51,000 credits. That is half of our money. What I'm gonna do is move my boning chambers over here to the other side, confirm that, and let me see, can we just move this guy as well? Yes, just love that. So you don't have to spend eternity planning everything. Everything can just be rearranged. I take it. It's so funny. I can actually move the objects together with the aliens. Now I'm gonna grab my Drimarium and we're gonna place it here sideways. So there's gonna be one here. I'm gonna confirm that. And then we just want to copy this over to the other side. Confirm the placement. Oh, actually, is that the... Yeah, that is the Drimarium. And then all I need is another doctor working there. All treatments are slower here with Eva. It's just 4 seconds. That's nothing. And she's efficient, making more money. So I'm gonna hire her for the Dromarium. And there is the next one. I'm actually right now losing a little bit of hospital rating because I should install a couple more toilets and vending machines. But let's first take care of the projectile medicine chamber. This one actually needs to be 2 by 5, which is really interesting. Gonna make it 3 by 5, add a door right there. Actually, let's have the door on this side with the chamber right here. Can I turn this around? That would be great. So the patient stands on this pad and the doctor shoots the medicine right into them. That gives me the space for my cabinet as well as a plant. And of course, for everyone's pleasure, we're gonna have a window right here as well. Villa Venus, in order to take care of that, she's a psychopath, meaning she's gonna damage all the patients, but they're gonna be happy. Whatever that means, I'm gonna lock her to this room, and now we can also treat these patients. Now, let's take care of some other things, such as the nutrition. I'm gonna have some more toilets here against the wall. Ooh, can I do that? Yes. We also need some vending machines, maybe a trash can right here, and then a couple of flowers. Actually, a bench might be more beneficial in this case. And sure, we could also go ahead and hang posters everywhere, but I'm not so sure I want that. Hopefully that is going to improve our hospital rating a little bit. I see pests. Yeah, we still need to take care of that. That is going to be an issue. Looks like we have our first critical patient. I got some free medicine from the vendor before. A stabilizing solution. We can apply that to the patient and then he's not going to be in a critical state anymore. We can then also prioritize this patient in order to treat him first, since he's going to be losing health all the time otherwise. We got our first doctor with an upgrade. This one here, since he's working in the diagnosis chamber, should go and spec into diagnosis, obviously. As the patients barf on the floor, the medibots, of course, are immediately taking care of that. I wonder what's wrong with you. A cranial fracture. Okay, you are allowed to barf a little bit. There's another free experience upgrade for us. I'm gonna take that, but more importantly, I think I want the pest trap, since we are struggling with that a little bit. The upgrade I'm gonna put here into the second Dromarium, and then the pest trap should probably be placed somewhere here. Well, eventually we're gonna need more of them, but for now, this should be a good spot. This guy has been waiting for a little while. I think I'm gonna prioritize him. Critical queue. What are you talking about? 10 patients in the diagnosis queue. Why aren't you guys working? By the way, we now need a centrifuge. This is the next room. Gonna get started with that right here. We need 4 by 4 at least. So I guess we're gonna do 4 by 5 to make it spacious. Add a door and the contraption itself. And then my usual spiel with the cabinet, window, and plant. Hire a doctor that needs to go to the toilet more often. That seems to be fine. And we also got that chamber covered for now. My hospital rating is clearly going up, already 3 out of 5 stars, and we can see the complaints are decreasing. And I just wonder why I have so many guys in the queue. I mean, diagnosis with 2 chambers should already go rather quickly. Oh my god, another train derailment. Okay, we have to act. This is going insane. 13 patients, 12 patients here. We need to kind of mirror what we have going on. So instead of this projectile medicine chamber being here, we're gonna move it. It's gonna be located right here instead. Then I'm gonna copy over my diagnosis rooms and we're gonna have 2 more right here. Do I have the space for that? Not really. I could have them facing the other way. That is actually good. Confirm that. Copy this room over once again, like so. Now we have 4 diagnosis rooms. That should be good. And I'm just gonna go ahead, decorate this a little bit. That means we need to hire more people. I'm just gonna do the experts if I can. And then maybe warp banjo, just for the freaking name, is gonna work in the other chamber. That problem should now be out of the way. The queue has reduced to 7 here. Yeah, looks like it's now evenly distributed. I mean, we can't have all these patients waiting. There is the next treatment chamber that we require, the parasitology. This is a 4 by 3, so if we make it 5 by 3, it is spacious. Let's see, have that console here. So the patient faces away, window, cabinet, and plant. Of course, we could put way more effort into actually decorating the rooms. We have access to a free pest trap, which I think I'm gonna take. I'm also gonna spend some more money on the stabilizing solution. My second pest trap is gonna go right here. Should be fine. Rock Woo Fingers the 7th. Here we have a can candidate for that chamber, so I'm gonna hire her right away. Looks like we have some complaints about cleanliness. We probably need some more medibots to take care of that. Maybe we need to think a little bit bigger. A lot of people are waiting here. Looks like we have some patients coming into the new chamber. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, don't threaten me with that. We got a free loam gate, which basically acts as a teleporter for people to enter and exit the hospital. So maybe we could have that right here. Yeah, I think I like that. Now people can just come in and get out from here. Instead of having my consultants work in a specific room, I think I'm just gonna use them as a choker so they can work wherever somebody is taking a break. So unlock Twiggy here, and let's see, that's the laser surgery. We're gonna find another doctor. I'm gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna find another one to work in the skin lab. It is definitely time to introduce some more boning chambers. We're gonna do that right away. So I'm gonna go ahead and move these guys over and then just copy one more. We can fit that right in here and then maybe have a toilet at the end of this corridor. So have a toilet here, some privacy, maybe a trash can there. That should be fine. Some more benches. Good. I feel like that should be good. We need to hire one more doctor for the boning chamber. I'm gonna hire, I think this is my first human actually. Incredible. To avoid the undecorated open areas where I have nothing yet, I'm just gonna add a couple of decorations. Maybe a curious decoration here in the center. Could have another one here, one more there. I'm gonna be removing them eventually. I just want to make sure that people feel like there's something going on here. It's now time to spend some money. I'm gonna go for an extra medibot, but also another pest trap. And then right here we have the cleanliness beacon. This all is gonna cost me 85,000, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Medibot is just gonna get somewhere and get started. I already have a pest trap here and over there. We still need one here and maybe one there. Let's just put that here for now. And then the cleanliness beacon, I think here I had the most issues with the cleanliness. Let's try that. Every time we heal a specific injury, we also gain experience points and learn more about it, probably also get more efficient. Now we're actually making money quite quickly, so I think it's time to unlock the next zone right there. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my staff room over there. So now instead I'm gonna have 2 staff rooms. I'm just gonna copy this over. And before I do that, I wanna fix some of this stuff, like it's no nearby nutrition and it is lightly decorated. I can hang up some posters. I'm sure they like that. Maybe get a tiny little window going. Now it is well decorated and spacious. That means the only concern is nearby food and maybe the toilet. So we're gonna have some staff toilets here as well as the vending machines. Good, now I'm gonna copy over the room. So we have 2 staff rooms, but we're now gonna dive into the training room and the research lab as well. Training room 3x3 is enough, but I think we can just make this really big if I remember correctly. So we could go with something like this and then add some training stations. Let's do one on either side. And we can do one centered in the middle. Some huge windows decorated with my favorite plant. If we confirm this and check out the room, it's still lightly decorated. Let's fix that. We could add some motivational signs here. You're all A+ workers. So now my staff area is going to be right here. Depending on how large the hospital is going to get, we would be able to fill this up. We can now see some doctors are actually training here. These are our consultants. There's another pest trap for me, some free medicine, and I'm gonna go for the extra medibot as well. So now we only needed another pest trap somewhere here. Let me see. I think the toilet is slightly in the way. Let's put that toilet here for now and then have the pest trap right there. Okay. This patient doesn't feel so well. We're gonna heal and prioritize them and then on with our hospital day. Yeah, it is pretty full here. I feel like we're gonna be unlocking the last area very soon so we can really start to scale up. As we train up our doctors, they also level up and you can see they come with their skill tree. I can go with this next upgrade, which makes the energy need always be full. As for Twiggy Pop, she comes with her own theme song, which is nice. All treatments boosted by Twiggy Pop's aura generate additional credits. Sounds good. Now look at this treatment. I'm not so sure. Ah, this is incredible. Looks like it worked. Hopefully this is not our psychopath. Now it's finally time for our first telepad, so people don't have to walk everywhere anymore. 60k for 2, and my suggestion would be to have one telepad right here, and then the other one should be probably somewhere over here. Let me just put that right next to the Loam Gate. And now theoretically people shouldn't have to walk around everywhere anymore, and especially also the Medibots are able to take the telepad. We will then need another telepad in the staff room so they can go here quickly and then move back. Okay, now let's take care of the research lab, the most expensive chamber. We're gonna make it 5 by 6 so it fits nicely in this corner. Actually, let me remove one row. This gives us some space for decorations. Have the door here, then the chamber there. Okay, and I'm gonna decorate it slightly. There are some new plants we can try out. Have that window here, and then also a cabinet. Now inside of the research lab, I'm not sure what we're doing, but there are some doctors that have advantages when it comes to research. Like these guys here, Eureka chance doubled or additional research generated. And I think I want to hire this guy. Dr. Yippee is gonna be working here. No active research. Yeah, we first have to research, so we can then unlock a couple of blueprints, so we could build the telepads ourselves, or we could go ahead and research some conditions to be more efficient, maybe also get some more credits. I'm not sure about the benefits. So maybe to test this out, we're gonna research the telepad and then add our doctor. And I think since we have 2 consultants that are currently free, they're just gonna be helping here in the research lab. Yeah, looks like we can just do one research after another, and my doctors are slowly gonna take care of that. So I think another approach would be to not assign a specific doctor to each chamber, but then have just too many doctors so they can alternate between each other and then also take advantage of the training. Okay, now we have some critical patients. Maybe some of them are gonna die. I'm just gonna prioritize them, maybe kind of keep track of their health. It's not looking good. We don't have it. Ooh, waiting queue 25. Whoops. Okay, time to unlock more stuff. Gonna have 2 of these chambers here. That's 1. And another one there. And then I'm gonna be moving the one that's already here to over there. Okay, we need some benches, that's for sure. Then we have our vending machines, the toilet and the bin. Some more waiting areas here and a couple of decorations as well. Okay, oh no, we have people dying all over the place. Well, that is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, this guy also just died. Well, maybe we can still help this person and this one here. Well, that was kind of unfortunate, but you get the basic gist. There's nothing new right now, at least that I can show you in this scenario. Maybe if I keep on playing in the campaign, I will be unlocking more stuff, but right now it would just be about scaling and making a nice hospital for yourself, making sure all the needs of the different species are met. Some require more space, like they don't like the high congestion, for instance, or undecorated areas, but as we would be filling up the hospital, of course, that would change. Okay, nice. I feel like I gave you a good overview what to expect from this game. It is not a hard game to play. I don't think there is a scenario where it can go really wrong, at least not up to the point where I played. You definitely have to think a little bit bigger. Just one treatment room for each of the scenarios isn't gonna be enough. People are really demanding, barfing all over the place, littering all over the place. So it is indeed a fun game. You can just keep on watching everything. Do we have a telepad here? No. That would have been great for the staff room. So to wrap things up, I'm gonna save and quit just to show you the selection screen for the campaign. Kind of reminds me of Spore. I've been playing this scenario, which you can play in Sandbox mode, but then all of the other scenarios are more like a story mode that you can play. But yeah, I would say with that out of the way, I'm gonna wrap up this first look, a little bit of a deep dive into the mid game. And hopefully as we play along the campaign here, there are gonna be a lot more aspects of the hospital management to get into. If that is the case while playing off camera, I might be doing a second episode, but for now, that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave your support here. That would be absolutely amazing. Thank you. Have a great time and see you soon. Bye-bye.